Welcome to the Hard Truth Podcast. This is Jeremy Fouts, and today we are going to be talking about, are you headed in the right direction? It's a pretty simple question, but I'm going to give you about 5 things that you need to really monitor on a daily basis to see if you're headed in the right direction.
Let's go! What up?
Are you headed in the right direction? A lot of people, I ask this question too, and they really are oblivious to the question. They're like, I guess I am. I'm paying my bills. I do this, I do that, but they really don't have a sense of a clear direction based on what they want to accomplish in life. And, I've got a list of things that I've always looked at when I become stagnant, when I become, in that point of apathy and a little bit, not necessarily lazy, but not really getting after it on a daily basis. And that's what I want to talk about on this podcast today is how can you really determine if you're getting after it. The first thing I'll tell you is the number one thing you can do in order to have major success in your life is monitor your daily growth. I heard this when I was in my 20s. I've always been in sales, entrepreneurship, and I've always just really pushed myself to figure out what it is that I need to do in order to go to the next level. And I read in a leadership book, and it said your sales will never go past the level of an individual that you are from a leadership standpoint. So monitoring your growth, on a daily basis, do you have time to do the exercise? Do you have time to eat right? Are you studying? Are you taking a journal out every morning, putting your thoughts down on a piece of paper? Can you follow a task list of all of your non-negotiables? That's the first thing that you always have to look at is, are you growing? If you are not growing, I promise you, your relationships, your finances, your health, all of that is going to come to a stop. You have to continue to grow on a daily basis. The next thing you have to do, and I talk about this a lot, but I don't think it really resonates with a lot of people, but you have to kill the old self to make room for the new self. Now, what does that look like? That's pretty simple for you to really look at the things that you do on a daily basis, scrolling on social media, watching Netflix. Are these things making you stronger? If these things are not making you stronger, whether it be the foods you eat, the things you drink, then you have to make a conscious decision that you have to remove those out of your life to make room for the new self that you are trying to build. You are not going to build a new self that is fully confident, fully engaged, hitting your goals on a daily basis if you don't remove all of the old self out of you that does not make you a better person. Next is, if you are called a weirdo, you are in a good spot. You know how many times I've been at a social setting where someone says, how come you don't eat this food? How come you don't drink this drink? And I tell them I'm on a 75-day plan. I'm on a 90-day plan. I'm doing this. And so many times, they look at me as the laughing stock. They look at me as the weirdo, and it's actually even been said, you're a little bit weird. You know what? Here's what weird is. Weird is sitting on the couch, eating whatever, drinking whatever, and not having a conscious decision of what put in your body, whether it be mentally or physically, is going to make you the person that you want to become. If tracking your macros, if meal planning on Sunday, if going to the gym early on the mornings, if going to the gym on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, that's how you really determine the ones that really want the most out of life. Are they getting a run in on Saturday morning instead of being out at the club or doing whatever all Saturday night or Sunday night? Whatever the situation is, you become a weirdo, and I promise you great things are going to happen in your life. You don't want to follow the crowd. The crowd is going to be the real weirdos. The real weirdos that they may call us are the ones that seeking freedom and excellence in our life. So don't choose to follow the crowd. If they want to call us a weirdo, they can call us a weirdo, but we know what we're trying to accomplish, and we are the savage that on day to day, we are in the grind. The next biggest thing that I'll end with today is discipline equals freedom. Now, a lot of you probably don't understand the importance of discipline, but let me kind of break this down for you. The more discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you will end up with. So, if you lack the discipline to eat healthy and exercise, you will end up with a poor quality of life that may start inviting disease and a lot of other health situations in on your life. If you don't have the discipline to work hard on a daily basis and save money, then you will probably be a slave to your finances. If you lack the discipline to manage your time, you will probably be that person that ends up with no free time. If you have the self discipline to save your money, to be able to invest it, and to manage your time correctly and not waste a bunch of time, and you have the discipline to exercise, you have the discipline to eat healthy, you will end up with the freedom. If you want freedom in your life, the real answer is discipline. I see this over and over. I mentor a lot of young athletes, a lot of middle aged men, a lot of people, regardless of their age. And when it comes right down to it, regardless of what they are trying to accomplish, I put the word discipline in front of them. And I say, do you have the discipline to want the most out of life, that you're going to determine what you need to grow? You're going to get rid of the old self for you can let room for the new self. Are you going to be that person that you are so busy to beat the competition? I'm telling you, it's easy to beat the competition today. If you go out and work hard on a daily basis and stay consistent, you will beat the soft society that's in front of you. But the question is, do you have the discipline to be able to have the freedom? Thank you guys for joining the Hard Truth Podcast. Share this with a friend or family member. Give us a review. And as always, we're going to deliver the hard truth of what it takes for you to be that person that you want to become.